Have you ever heard of the Asian unicorn? No, I'm not talking about a mythical creature from a fantasy novel. I'm talking about a real, living, breathing animal so mysterious and elusive that it's been seen by scientists only a handful of times in the wild. This is the incredible story of the Saola. Picture this. It's 1992. A team of scientists from Vietnam's Ministry of Forestry and the World Wildlife Fund are exploring the remote Annamite Mountains, a rugged range that straddles the border of Vietnam and Laos. They're in a hunter's home, and something catches their eye. Mounted on the wall is a pair of long, straight, gracefully curved horns. They're unlike anything the scientists have ever seen before. The local people know the animal well, calling it the Saola, which means spindle horns in their language, a nod to the shape of a traditional spinning tool. For the scientific community, however, this was a groundbreaking discovery. It was the first time a new large mammal had been discovered in over 50 years. The world was officially introduced to Pseudorix engetinensis, the Saola. So what exactly is a Saola? At first glance, you might think it's a type of antelope or deer. It has a graceful deer-like body, standing about 3 feet tall at the shoulder and weighing up to 220 pounds. Its coat is a beautiful, deep chestnut brown with striking white markings on its face, almost like a carefully painted mask. But its most defining feature, of course, is its magnificent horns. Both males and females have them, and they can grow up to 20 inches long. They are slender, sharp, and almost perfectly parallel. Genetically, though, the Saola isn't an antelope. It belongs to the same family as cattle, goats, and sheep, the Bovidae family. It's a completely unique and ancient branch of this family tree, a living relic that has been roaming these mountains for millions of years, hidden from the outside world. Its elusive nature is what truly makes the Saola the stuff of legend. They live deep within dense, wet evergreen forests, often in steep river valleys far from human settlements. They are incredibly shy and solitary, preferring the quiet solitude of the forest undergrowth. This is why, even after its discovery, almost everything we know about the Saola comes from a few fleeting glimpses, camera trap photos, and information from local villagers. No biologist has ever seen a Saola in the wild. Think about that for a second. In an age of satellites, drones, and constant connectivity, there is still a large animal that has managed to completely evade scientific observation in its natural habitat. The first and one of the only times a Saola was captured on video in the wild was in 2013. The WWF set up a camera trap in a remote part of the Annamite Mountains in central Vietnam. After months of waiting, it happened. A Saola walked calmly past the camera, its distinctive horns and white facial markings clear as day. It was a monumental moment, providing proof that the Saola, against all odds, still existed. Before that moment, the last confirmed sighting was way back in 1999. Those 14 years of silence had many experts fearing the worst, that the Asian unicorn had vanished forever. That single video clip reignited hope for its survival. But the Saola story is not just one of mystery. It's also a desperate race against time. The animal is critically endangered, and its population is believed to be extremely small, possibly numbering only in the dozens, scattered across a fragmented landscape. The biggest threat to the Saola isn't direct hunting. Villagers rarely hunt them for their meat or horns. The real danger is much more indiscriminate. Snares. Thousands upon thousands of cheap wire snares are set in the forest by poachers to catch animals like wild boar and deer for the illegal wildlife trade. These snares are silent, deadly traps that don't care what they catch. A Saola, walking its ancient forest path, can easily step into one of these traps. For such a shy and stress-prone animal, getting caught in a snare is almost always a death sentence. Conservation efforts are in full swing, but it's an uphill battle. Organizations like the Saola Foundation and the WWF are working tirelessly with local governments and communities in Vietnam and Laos. Their main strategy is to find and remove these deadly snares. Teams of local rangers patrol the forests, dismantling every trap they find. It's grueling work. In just one province, they've removed over 100,000 snares. But as soon as they're removed, poachers set new ones. It's a relentless cycle. Another major challenge is the Saola's habitat. The forests of the Annamite Mountains are being lost to logging, agriculture, and infrastructure projects like roads and dams. As the forest shrinks, the Saola's world gets smaller and smaller, pushing them into closer contact with human dangers. Protecting and restoring these forests is just as crucial as removing snares. This involves working with local communities to create sustainable livelihoods that don't depend on destroying the forest, turning them from hunters into guardians of their own natural heritage. Because the Saola is so rare and so difficult to find, some conservationists have proposed a radical plan: a captive breeding program. The idea is to find and capture a small number of Saolas from the wild to start a breeding population in a protected, specialized center. This would act as a safety net, an insurance policy against extinction in the wild. If the wild population were to disappear, the captive population could one day be used to reintroduce the species back into its natural habitat once it's safe. However, this is incredibly risky. All previous attempts to keep Saolas in captivity have ended in failure. The animals are extremely sensitive to stress. The handful that have been captured in the past quickly died, unable to cope with the change in environment and human presence. Finding them is the first hurdle. Keeping them alive is another, much greater one. The Saola Working Group, a team of international experts, is carefully planning this approach, knowing that it might be the last and only hope for the species. They are working to establish the first ever Saola breeding center in Vietnam's Bac Ma National Park, training teams and dogs to locate the animals with the least amount of stress possible. The Saola represents something profound. It's a symbol of the wild, untouched corners of our planet that still hold secrets. It is a reminder that there is still so much we don't know about the natural world. Its discovery in 1992 was a flash of wonder, but its potential extinction would be an immeasurable tragedy. The loss of a whole branch of the tree of life, an animal that has been on this planet for millions of years, gone in our lifetime, before we even had a chance to truly know it. The fate of the Asian unicorn hangs in the balance. Its survival depends on the dedication of conservationists, the cooperation of governments, and the support of people around the world. It depends on us valuing the existence of a creature we may never see, simply for its intrinsic right to exist. The Saola is a ghost of the forest, a shy and gentle creature living on the edge. Let's hope that through our collective efforts, this beautiful unicorn can continue to roam its mountain home, a symbol of hope and a testament to the enduring mystery of the wild. Thanks for watching. If you were as fascinated by the story of the Saola as I am, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more stories about the incredible wildlife on our planet. See you next time.